Hey everyone, RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'll be unboxing a new phone released to Straight Talk Wireless. This is the TCL A1X. Let's get started. Okay, so the TCL A1X is a step up from the previous TCL A1 that I also unboxed on my channel a little while back. I'll leave a card at the end of the video if you want to see that unboxing. But this one here has a few upgrades, so we're going to check those out right now. Now this phone here does run on the Verizon network, as you can see right there. There's some specs here at the bottom. They're also inside the flap, so we'll just go ahead and do that right now. And there you'll see the phone. Down here are some specs: 4G LTE, Android 8.1 Oreo, a 5.5-inch touchscreen display. Talk time of battery is 12 hours. Standby time is 12 days. Of course, Wi-Fi capable. Bluetooth 4.2. Supports the SD card up to 32 gigabytes. Internal storage is 16 gigs. Has a dual 13 megapixel plus 2 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel front facing camera, GPS, and a 1.5 gigahertz quad core processor. Let's go ahead, open the box. And here's the phone in front of us. Let's go ahead, take off the front plastic here. Get the phone, take it out and put it to the side, and we'll see just what does come in the box. So you have your Straight Talk terms and conditions. You also have your TCL A1X quick start guide, as well as other booklets with your IMEI, stuff like that. You got a SIM removal tool right here. You also have what is an Alcatel branded charging brick, I do believe. So yes, it is an Alcatel branded wall brick here, 5 volts at 1 amp, so no fast charging here. Also, we have your micro USB charging cable, and that's all that comes in the box. Let's go ahead and put all this away, and we'll look at the phone. Okay, so the phone is now in hand. The first thing I want to say is that the back cover is not removable, so you cannot replace the battery, can't change batteries. It's a non-removable back on this phone. Has a really nice little pattern here, as you can see. Not very grippy, but it has a nice little feel to it. On the back here, of course, is your dual camera setup with your flash, TCL branding, and your track phone branding here. On the right side here, got your power button, as well as your volume rocker here. On top, we got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and a noise canceling mic. On the left, we have your SD and SIM card tray. And on the bottom, we have your micro USB charging port, as well as your microphone and speaker. On the front, of course, is your front-facing camera and your receiver. Let's go ahead and peel off this front protector here, and we'll go ahead and boot this phone up. Now, I'm not sure if this has a HD display, 480 display. I have no idea. It don't say on the box nowhere. However, first booting it up here, can't tell it on camera, but it actually looks pretty decent. So hopefully it's a 720p display, not a 480 like in some other TCLs that I've used. So anyway, I'll go ahead, get this phone here all set up, and I'll come back when it's finished. Okay, so we're all set up now and ready to go. Now the first thing I want to mention is the price of this phone, just to kind of show you what you're getting when you buy a phone like this. This phone costs $49, okay? It does not have any kind of fingerprint scanner. It has no face unlock, nothing like that. You have your typical pattern PIN password to unlock your phone. Now, I have seen phones in this price range before with fingerprint scanners, like the Moto E4 from a couple years ago. It had an HD display, it had a fingerprint scanner, all that stuff for about the same price. So unfortunately here we do not see any kind of fingerprint scanner on this phone, but it is what it is. So powering the phone on, this phone does have a 720 by 1440 resolution display, so it's a really nice step up from a 480 on the TCL A1 to a 720 here on the TCL A1X. And the screen looks really decent. It don't look bad at all. Viewing angles look pretty good. Now this phone does run the 1.5 gigahertz quad-core MediaTek 6739 processor. That's a fairly old processor, and do not expect any kind of blazing fast performance out of this processor. It's made for basic usage, for some social media, watching YouTube, stuff of that nature, emails, phone calls, all that kind of stuff, but it's not made for really heavy gaming, which I will try out gaming to see how it does perform. But a 6739 from MediaTek is not a very strong processor. Kind of want to get that out of the way. Now swipe up here to go into your app drawer, and there is some bloatware that does install a few games I've already uninstalled. Overall, there's not much on the phone, and the phone does feel okay for the price point. Okay, it's not nothing that's going to be like blazing fast, but it is decent. Now, just going through some of the drop down here, got your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, not disturb, got your flashlight, auto rotate, battery saver. You have your cellular data and airplane. We can edit those if you want to. Go into the settings here, have your network and internet. Got your Wi-Fi, mobile network, data usage, tethering, VPN. Got your airplane mode, connected devices. So basically you got your printing and you have your Chromebook and your Bluetooth there. Down here at battery, you will see for power management, you got a standby intelligent power saving, battery saver, battery percentage, adaptive brightness, sleep, ambient display, and that's about it. So typical basic stock looking phone here. Got Smart Manager here as well, and this phone does have 16 gigabytes of storage, and 7.3 gigabytes has been used of that, so you got around 9 gigs free. And this phone does have 2 gigabytes of RAM, so you can go in here and clean your phone out and stuff of that nature. So pretty nice stuff there. Typical, what you see in a lot of phones these days. Display, you have your brightness level, adaptive brightness, wallpaper, sleep, and advanced. And basically you can just change your font size, display size. There's no casting screen here that it shows, so there you go there. Got your sound storage, like I said. Actually, you got 8.87 gigabytes free out of 16, but you can add an SD card. Security and location, you just have your screen lock, which is a swipe. You can use your pattern, pin, password, and that's about it. There's not a whole lot on this device. User and accounts, accessibility, and down here at system, shows your language and input. You got gestures, which is just you jump to camera by pressing the power button twice. Date and time backup, and about phone, shows that you're running Android 8.1 with June 5th, 2019 security patch. So pretty stock phone here. There's not a whole lot to this phone. It's just your basic phone that's going to get you a decent display. It feels really nice in the hand. I mean, it's a 5.5 inch display, 18 by 9, I'm guessing, and it really feels a lot smaller than that. But for $49, getting the dual camera back here, I'll test those out. Let's just go ahead right now and check out a few settings here in the camera. And you got your auto mode, you got more, portrait, and you have your panorama. So going into more here, got your auto mode, portrait, panorama, time-lapse, filter, and light trace. Go ahead and go into the settings while we're here. So picture size is 13 megapixels and it drops down from there. Got your video quality, full HD, 1080p, 720 or 480. You got your electronic image stabilization and just your typical stuff. You can change your media storage to external storage. You got an SD card in the phone, one-handed mode, and stuff like that. So you got portrait mode. I'll test all of that out. This button up here, 4x3, you can change it to 4x3, 1x1, 16x9, or 18x9, flash, all that kind of stuff there. Turn around to the front-facing camera here. And the front-facing camera really don't look too bad. Of course, I will be doing some testing here on the camera. But anyway, got your beauty mode down here. And of course, you just tap the screen and it takes a picture. Now the front camera is 5 megapixel. You see right there. Video quality is 720 and 480, and basically the same settings that you've seen. So of course, I'll take a few, sample photos and some little bit of video here with this phone. I will post them on Instagram first, of course. Check out the link below in the description, and to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I post pictures there a lot from phones that I unbox. So yeah, that's just a TCL A1X, $49. You can get it at Walmart, and I mean, it's just a cheap basic budget phone. This would be a good secondary phone. It'd be a good phone for a kid. If you don't really want to spend a lot of money on the phone, this could be your primary phone. If all you really do is just take a few pictures, play a few light games, social media, stuff of that nature, make phone calls. $49, here you go. It'll work. So that's just my unboxing, the first impressions here of the TCL A1X. This was helpful and informative in any way. Hit that like button. Any questions that you may have, leave it down below. I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Also, hit that bell for notifications to get more videos like this, unboxings, comparisons, camera tests, all that kind of good stuff. I would really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.